Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Patranya Poonswan. Welcome back to this episode of Family in Focus, presented by the Asian Community Development Council, or ACDC, a nonprofit, nonpartisan nonprofit agency here in Las Vegas with the mission of educating, empowering, connecting Asian American Pacific Islander community throughout Nevada. So we have offices both here in Las Vegas and also in Northern Nevada in Reno as well. So we're reaching the whole community, and we're so thankful for Family in Focus and for PHLV's radio, various outlets that they're on, including on Facebook, that you're getting to hear the message of this program. And we've been doing some great episodes, getting some important information out there this year. And as we're coming to the end of the year, we really want to get more information out about this special service that ACDC is doing for the community right now. So there is a special food distribution event that is happening every day that will be hopefully through the end of the year. Of course, to help the community, but specifically right now, we want to get the word out to different Asian American Pacific Islander community right here in Las Vegas. So that is the point of the program today. Today, we want to first bring up Vice Solano. She is the Family Services Director of ACDC, and she is our first guest today. And Vice, I wanted to bring you in because I think the big issue right now is a lot of people don't know that this service even exists, right? So that is why we want to get the word out. So Vice, talk to me a little bit about this food distribution program. How did it even come about? Because ACDC got a special grant to make this program happen.
Yes, so that is true, Patranya. So we received a grant from the CARES Act as part of the CARES Act, to assist families that were affected during COVID-19. So a lot of families lost their jobs, lost their income because of COVID-19. And with that, the program is able to help Nevadans with food and rental assistance.
So right now, though, what we really want to get out there is, with rental assistance, you do have to qualify. You have to get, letters from your landlord and all those information. So we're helping with rental assistance as well. But what we want to get people information out today is because you have a new warehouse that ACDC is operating out of until the end of the year. So talk to us about what's happening there, how people can stop by and get the food they need, especially through these challenging times for especially families affected by COVID-19.
Yes, so food insecurity is a serious issue, and it is affecting our state, and also it has become even worse because of the COVID-19. So beginning December 10th to 30 of this year, we are having a pop-up food distribution, and you just need to, if you are in need of food for your family, just fill up our application form, and then one of our staff members will reach out to you to provide you a pickup schedule.
Yeah, so we were showing this basic needs assistance program form right now on the screen. So if you're watching, this is the form that you can find. And we'll put a bit.ly, a link on this site too, to get it out there where people can find this client application form. So before you go to the warehouse, Vice, you need to fill this out, as well as a COVID-19 impact statement. And tell me why it's so important to get that information from people before they come.
Yes, because we want to ensure that our food packages are catered to the specific ethnicity. So we want to ensure that the package that you are receiving is the items that normally you would have on your household. For example, like in a Filipino family, we would have like fish sauce, and
Mhm.
then like for Koreans, that will be gochujang paste or something in that manner. So at least by knowing what a racial group that you belong to, then our warehouse staff will be able to prepare that for you. But generally, you will also be receiving a variety of meat, from that's beef, pork, or chicken, as well as vegetables and fruits, for you and your family.
And I think we're looking at a video now from the warehouse, with ACDC staff and volunteers working. So they're putting away these boxes. So this is for each family. It's enough food for a family of four, right, Vice?
Yes, that is correct. And that is highly also important. That's why we also need to, for anyone who needs help, to provide their information by filling out the application for, because that, in that way, we will determine how many household members in your family. And the food packages is good for a family of four. And yeah.
Yeah, and I think you have more than four people in your family, then you get double basically that size to take with you. And I think the other thing that you want people to make an appointment and fill out these application forms is that so people can make appointments to come, because we're really trying to make this still a very safe experience, right, for both the staff and the people coming to pick up the food.
Yes, and really as much as possible is for them to fill it out online, and we want it to be as contactless as possible. You just, when you have been given a pickup schedule, you just go to our warehouse, you pop up your trunk, and then our staff members will just put the food packages in your trunk. So there is no need for you to go down, and we will just bring the food to you.
And we have one of these flyers that we're putting out there on social media and also giving out to local communities. So if you want to bring that up for us, and maybe talk a little bit about where this warehouse is, Vice, and what time of day that you want people to come.
Okay, so our warehouse is located by Arville and Harmon, and the specific address is 4460 West Arville Street, and then the zip code is 89103.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be at the building 4. You'll see signages that we will have in our location, and it's daily from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. But just to emphasize, you have to register in advance so we can give you a pickup schedule. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah, on that flyer there, that bit.ly link at the bottom, that's where people can fill out the form, right?
yes, that's correct.
And then you make an appointment, give them an appointment time to come pick up the food.
Yes.
There's actually a map on there. So basically, if you're looking at this right now, this is a sample flyer. So how we're targeting different communities. So this is the one that's targeted for the Thai community. And this is set up for Sunday, December 20th. So basically, you can come and make an appointment anytime. But, if you're a Thai community, we're trying to get them to come out on that day. There'll be one for the Vietnamese community, the Korean community, the Filipino community as well. And it gives you that basic information, the food package will have meat, fruits, vegetable, non-perishable items. So these are all basic needs item, right? So that's how we're kind of helping people, because Vice, so, this has just been a tough time. You've talked to a lot of families who have been affected by this. And, even though these are basic groceries, these are what people really need, right? Because right now people are still impacted. Maybe they're facing possible eviction or they've lost their job. And that's the kind of thing that you've been hearing from people.
Yeah, so really a lot of our clients and many Nevadans are out of work due to the economic effects of COVID-19, and many families are struggling to get by. So our program aims to help in terms of the food, is to feed families and support them to get them back on their feet as they confront this pandemic. So really, our organization is helping families receive the assistance that they need in terms of food, as well as rental assistance if they're facing eviction or unable to pay their rent, they have late rent payment. So yes, the organization is trying to help many Nevadas as much as we can.
And talking about families that have been affected, we actually got one family that has gotten help recently from ACDC with food assistance to join us via Zoom today. So let's bring them into the show right now. So we have Marilisa Benedetta and also her son, Gerald Dumanic. Marilisa and Gerald, thank you so much for joining us here on Zoom today and on the show here on PHLV Radio. And I understand, Gerald, that you and your family got food recently, right? Talk to us about how you even heard about this program in the first place.
Yeah, so actually, my mom was talking to her sister, my aunt, and my aunt got information from one of her coworkers about the program, so they
Mhm.
decided to apply. And so my mom ended up applying as well, and we were able to get the assistance that we need through this program, like the food handouts and also the rental assistance. And so
That's
that's how
great.
we found out about the whole program as its own.
Yeah, and it's so good to see because I think this is what's really important is that, ACDC does all these great programs, but, it's good to see the faces of people who've really, gotten the help and people who've been impacted by this. Mother Lisa, talk to us a little bit about how your family has been affected by COVID-19, because I understand you're now furloughed, but you used to work at McCarran Airport. Is that right?
Yeah. Um, this situation that we have now was so badly affected in our family, mostly me and my sister, because have we both work in same company in airport, and then we both furlough, and now it's totally it's really bad because even my family in Philippines was affected also. And then my family in Philippines they need us for our help. But here in America, we need help so badly because
Mhm.
we don't even have income. I'm just helpful that even I don't have income, I don't have totally work. I had my son, he's working to help me a little bit. Even he's not working really totally 40 hours a week. He's just been working 3 days a week, 3 days a week only. But it's not helping.
Yeah, and Mother Lisa and I, we were talking to Gerald earlier. Gerald, talk to me about that. Right now, you're working, but obviously, you probably your hours or anything been impacted, and you're the only one making money for the family right now.
Yeah. So yeah, with my hours being affected, yeah, it's kind of hard to get by, but we're doing it.
Hmm.
Yeah, having to work 32 hours max, maybe minimum, maybe 24. So
Hmm.
like 3 days to 4 days only. So I'm really grateful that we're able to get the assistance from ACDC and from y'all as well,
Yeah, and
especially since I'm the only one with the income.
yeah, and I think a lot of misconceptions in the past is so many groups are affected, but Asian Americans are immune from this. But your family, I think you can show that you're equally impacted by how this disease has affected you all.
Hmm.
Yeah. And, tell me about the food donation and the rental. How has that helped you? Is this kind of right now? Obviously, I'm imagining you're, deciding, should I pay this bill? Should I pay this bill? Like, is it kind of come down to that for your family at times?
Yeah, so with the food assistance, it was like actually a lot of stress reliever for us, especially since we have to prioritize what to use our money for to pay bills or to pay food. Right now, even though we have a house to live in and roof over our head, the food is the more important for part, so we can sustain like a healthy lifestyle or even just to get some food to get by. And we got a good amount of stuff actually from them as well. We were able to get a lot of our vegetables and groceries from them. Got a good choices of meats. Even some of our condiments were there as well. For us, we can't
Right.
live without soy sauce. We can't live without fish sauce and rice, especially rice. That
Right.
helped out a lot for us with the food assistance program.
Yeah, and talk to me about that because we've heard of other food assistance program that's out there, the food banks and stuff, which are great. But to have something that's kind of sensitive to your dietary and your culture needs, where you kind of surprised to see what was in the donation bags.
Yeah, we were actually, especially when it comes to like the Asian condiments that usually are not even available at any other food banks.
Hmm.
That was really surprising for us.
Yeah, yeah, and like you said, you can't live without rice and what
Soy
patis.
sauce, batista, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's great. And Vice, let me bring you into the conversation here. It's like, you're Filipina and you're trying to get the word out to the different community. Do you want to maybe say a little bit in Tagalog for people who have not heard about this program and really needed the help?
Yes, absolutely. So, sa aking mga kababayan, kung nangangailangan kayo ng tulong sa pagkain o kaya renta, huwag kayong mahiyang mag-reach out sa amin at humingi ng tulong at nandito kami ang mga case coordinators ay maaring makatulong sa inyo. Kailangan nyo lang po kumpletuhin ang application para ma-determine namin ang inyong eligibility. So, kung kailangan nyo po kung kailangan nyo po ng tulong sa pagkain o kaya sa renta, ay mag-email lamang kayo sa info@acdcnb.org o kaya tumawag sa 702-489-8866. Bisitahin nyo rin ang aming website at doon nyo makikita ang maraming impormasyon tungkol sa food assistance namin.
Is there a special event or day coming up for the Filipino community that you want to get out there?
Yes, actually on this coming Wednesday, one of the organizations that we are working with are the Cavite Association of Nevada will be we will be distributing food to their members on Wednesday, that's December 16, and then also on December 19, we are partnering with the Ilocano Association of Nevada for their members who are affected by COVID-19 to receive food packages from our program.
All right. So, yeah, if you're joining us here on Facebook right now and on PHLV page, on the ACDC page, we want to kind of recap and catch you up. So we're talking about a special service that is happening right now for the community. It's a pop-up food donation event that is happening, of course, right now being the holiday season. It's the spirit of giving. And one nonprofit, nonpartisan group called ACDC, Asian Community Development Council, has really put this effort because they've received a grant recently and they need to help as many people in the community as possible with this money, whether it be through rental assistance or food donations. And with the food donation, as you know, with so many people affected by COVID-19 right now, whether they've lost their job or maybe they've gotten sick or, maybe losing kind of that process of losing their place to live, ACDC wants to do as much as possible to help them. And one of the things that they're doing right now is that they have this warehouse here in Las Vegas where they are keeping track of all the people applying for food assistance. And at this warehouse, they're keeping all this food and they're giving away food at certain times of the day. So we wanted people to come out, and as you're looking at some of the pictures here, they're giving out food for that's enough for family of 4. So each family that applied will give you enough, even if you don't have 4 people in the house, we'll give you enough food for family of 4. And this is a lot of food donation to give away and to make people, help make their ends meet right now, right? Because right now people are deciding on whether to pay rent, to pay for the medications, to buy food and put meals on the table. These are really tough decisions that a lot of people are dealing with right now. And we have one family that's joining us that we're so thankful to hear from them because we're helping so many families through ACDC, but a lot of times you don't get to see these faces. So we have Gerald Demonic and his mother, Marilisa Benedetta. And Gerald, I understand you, not just you and your mother, but you also have your grandmother living with you in the house. So talk to you about the challenge of that, because not only you just worried about jobs, but this disease can impact different people in the families as well.
Right, yeah. So, the challenges with that is that, of course, she still need her nutritional needs. And also with the whole COVID impacting everybody. And since I'm still kind of working, I kind of have to make sure she's getting some exercises because she's too afraid to go outside, even just to walk around, just because of the whole COVID situation. So we're just trying to kind of get moving and let's get some food into her and also get her getting active. It's just like the hardest part of the whole thing.
And just going out and getting groceries, right? I mean, I think that for a lot of people is like exposing yourself to COVID-19. Yeah. So hopefully, this helped your family a little bit.
It does. It did a lot. Yeah. Especially now we don't have to worry about her, touching anything, just us receiving the food, picking it up at the location and doing the whole drive-through program as well that we have.
Yeah. And Marilisa, I know you speak Tagalog as well. Do you want to share just kind of your feelings about this and how this has helped your family?
Tagalog.
Yes. Sobrang happy. Happy ako na itong non-profit organization na ACDC, yung talagang na-reach ko talaga siya na sila kayo talaga nakatulong sa amin, sa pamilya ko. Hindi lang sa amin ng anak ko, sa mother ko, pati na yung sister ko. Kasi yung sister ko yung unang natulungan. And then yung sister ko yung nagbigay ng information sa akin na, ate, i-try mo to kasi talagang tumutulong talaga siya. Kaya sabi ko, hindi ako humingi ng tulong. Kung kailangan ko ng tulong, kasi hindi naman sa dahil tamad tayo as a Pilipino, kundi dahil affected tayo ng COVID. So, sa kapwa ko Pilipino na nakatira dito sa Las Vegas or sa Nevada. I think sa Las Vegas lang yata tayo, Nevada. Huwag tayong mahiyang humingi ng tulong kung may isang non-profit organization na tutulong sa kapwa natin, Asia. Hindi lang naman sa Pilipino, kung hindi sa lahat ng Asia na nangangailangan ng tulong. Na i-grab natin itong opportunity na ito kasi bihira lang ito na may talagang organization na non-profit pa na yung tumutulong talaga sa atin. Thank you po talaga. Sa amin ng anak ko, sa pamilya ko, salamat po talaga. As in, really po talaga na itong Christmas, hindi ako mag-work na, saan tayo humingi ng pambayad ng bahay, saan tayo kukuha ng pang-grocery natin, kasi anak ko lang po talaga nagtatrabaho. So, helpful po talaga to sa amin, ng family ko. Thank you po talaga.
Oh, thank you. And I know the mic is dropping a little bit, but Gerald, do you say anything else in Tagalog for your family and what you want to say to ACDC as well?
Mostly speak English, but anyways, I would really love to thank the ACDC program and for helping us, not just us, our family, but the whole Asian community here in Las Vegas and in Reno as well, like you mentioned earlier. It's just a good opportunity to just go out there and talk to them about all the programs they have and resources they have to help us as families and people out there, especially with the whole COVID-19 and the pandemic. So I just want to say really from the bottom of my heart and my behalf of my family that we thank you, Miss Edelweiss, but personally, and for you as well, for the whole, and then Mylene, who actually interviewed us the first time about the program, who talked to us about the program. We just want to thank you so much for your help.
Well, yeah, we appreciate you for coming on and talking about this. I know it's been tough for so many families out there, including yours. And, we wish you the best of luck in 2021. We hope you get back to work, Marta Lisa, and you as well. And yeah, for Gerald, for just keeping this going for your family.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Vice, just want to bring you back. That must be a good feeling, because, you do this work day in and day out, but to hear from the families themselves, talking about how ACDC has had an impact on them.
Yes, so it is really heartwarming to see all our clients that we have assisted that are very grateful for the work that we do, and to see how happy they are and that they are well taken care of by ACDC is truly a very fulfilling work. And of course, on behalf of my team, we are very appreciative of all our clients for, making sure their forms are submitted on time and completed by them, and for reaching out to all of us and allowing us to assist you with your need in time of the pandemic.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Vice. And we wanted to make sure people know again, if we wanted to put up some information up on the screen so that people can look out for different days they can come. Make sure you register before you come for these food donation pop-ups that are happening thanks to ACDC. So stay tuned throughout the week. If you follow Asian Community Development Council on our Facebook page, we're going to do a whole series of education live stream series throughout the week in different languages to try to get the word out about this as possible. So again, thank you, Vice. Also, thank you to Marta Lisa and Gerald who joined us on the show today. It's so great to have everyone here. Best of luck to you in 2021. And we'll be back with Family in Focus next Monday with more information. It's important for our community, Asian American Pacific Islander. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
The reason I enroll is so I can get covered and stay covered, even after I get back on my feet.
Whatever your reason, we're here for you.